artists and hip-hop fans, but they're giving you applause. Yeah, somebody stood up and was speaking back to Wizkid. Hip-hop is not dead, blah, 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 blah.
I think Wizkid responded. Wiz was like, all these broke boys, blah, blah. Me, I just took that word, like, broke boy EP. So I just dropped broke boy EP on them. Like,
wrong with it? People ask me where I get all my energy from. From the stage, to the studio, and to my desk. I am the energy god. And you can be one too.
You're listening to Adeshokbe Live, the Afrobeats podcast.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another edition of Adeshokbe Live, the official Afrobeats podcast, here at the Afromedia Studios in London, where we break down the hottest topics in the culture. And once in a while, I'm joined by a superstar guest to chop it up with me one-on-one. As always, keep the subscriptions coming in. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the subscription button. Let's get the numbers going up. The bigger our platform gets, the better we're in position to support our own people without waiting for others to support us. This is brought to you by the Energy God Energy Drink. Drink and be yourself. Stay energized. This is for us. Buy us. Go to energygod.com and place your orders. We appreciate the support. I've got to mention that too. Now, I'm joined in the studio all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, by a hip-hop, straight-up artist from the city of Lagos, repping. This brother has been around for quite some time. It hit the headlines a couple times too. But I'm so excited to sit down with him for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Oladips.
oh my God.
The funny thing is, when the producer said, let's do the sound check, everybody usually says, yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oladips, yaje. If you don't know what that means the son of a witch.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
Nice to meet you, finally.
How you doing too?
Listen, I'm good. You know how it is, hustling out here in the UK,
Yes,
trying to get this paper. You've been here for quite some time.
Yeah.
How has it been? How do you feel being here?
Yeah, I've been around because I actually came for UK tour. So I've been around. I've been to Manchester, and some other places, Birmingham. Yeah, so I've been around. Yeah.
And what has that been like? Just going around promoting your music, touching the people, connecting with your fans out here in the UK. How has that been like for you?
Yeah, I feel like it's a good thing. Regarding the fact that, I mean, like you said earlier, like I've hit the headlines a couple times. Yeah, I feel like it's a good time for me to, I mean, come out here and put myself in people's face. Do you understand? Like a different impression entirely. Like, okay, this is what an artist. Like I don't want people to see me and feel like that boy. Wait, do you understand? Like I'm an artist. Like I can perform. I know how to rap. I know how to make music and all of that. So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Let's talk about music for Oladips. I've seen, I think I read somewhere, and then I probably seen in interviews in the past where you said it wasn't music at first. At first, it was football. It was sports. Yeah. And then music found its way into your journey. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Okay. I grew up like everyday ghetto kid. So it was
what part of Nigeria?
Ogun State.
Ogun State. What city?
Agbado, Ogun State. Yeah. So I grew up there, and football was my first. I didn't even know I was going to do music, to be honest. It was just football. I was playing football, and I was quite popular in the hood because obviously I was one of.
What position were you playing? Striker, winger?
Yeah, and sometimes midfield. So I used to be like one of the best footballer in the hood then. So I was quite popular because sometimes when we have like a match and my mom don't want me to go out or something, the whole hood will come to my house and beg my mom, like, he has to play this match. That's our star player. So it has always been football. So everyone thought I was going to play football, but music came in along the line, and here we are.
How did you? Was it something where when you weren't playing football or hanging with the kids, when you're home, all of a sudden you're just putting pen to paper, you're humming lyrics. How did you discover this gift called music?
Okay. I feel like since I was like 9, I've always been messing with words. Like I always write stuff. I love writing stuff, but I didn't know it was rap. I was not rapping. I was just writing stuff. So it got to a time when I joined Facebook. I think Facebook just started. I joined Facebook. Then I joined a rap group on Facebook. Then we used to do this thing called text battle. It's actually rap battle.
Wow, but you're writing it down.
Yeah, you're writing it down.
That's
so it was
amazing.
kind of like my thing because I'm used to writing stuff right from time. So I just joined the group. Then we have like a text battle where you post your lyrics, the other person. Then we have people judging. This one is bad. This one is bad. So one of the guys from the group, messaged me. Big shout out to Nice League. Messaged me. It was like, you dey write mad lyrics, so you don't go studio before. I'm like, I'm not a rapper. I just like writing stuff. It was like, I've been to the studio twice. Let's go to the studio. I was like, okay. So I went to the studio. Then I made my first song with him and one other guy, and that was how I started. So this is like 2011, 2012. So that was how I started. It started like a joke, to be honest, because I just went to the studio because that guy is like, he was the first person to believe in me. Like, wow. you can rap this thing. If you can write it, then you can rap it. Let's go to the studio and make some music. So that was how I started.
At that time, were you writing kind of like your lyrics in Yoruba, or was it just English?
It was English.
Wow.
It was English. I started, like the first time that I went to the studio, I started as an English rapper, to be honest. So it was later,
So what made you make that switch?
So even when I was writing English raps, there is this, how should I put it? There is a way that I always write my lyrics that is easy for a layman to understand because I didn't go to school much like that. So it's like I cannot write big grammars, but I will write it in a way that is funny, that is easy for you to grab. So it was kind of easy for me to transition from English rapper to Yoruba rapper because my lyrics were not that deep. I was not speaking big grammar like that, so it was easy for me. The first time that I made the Yoruba song, I just knew that this is the one. This is the one. Yeah, because the English was somehow.
You said you didn't kind of like study like that. You didn't go that far in education. How far did you go?
SS2 dropout.
And what was that like?
So basically, I did my GCE when I was in SS2 and did my jump and I passed and I was supposed to go to the uni because I remember doing my UTME at Ekiti then and I passed as well, but there was no funding because obviously where I'm from, education is not really that important, so it's like you have to fight for yourself. So there was no funding then, so I had to drop out but I was focused on football then.
Talk to me about where you're from and what it was like growing up. You know, I know you've mentioned in the past that you came from a polygamous home, and talk to me about that growing up. Some of the challenges that it was like then.
Yeah, so I grew up with my mom and my dad and my siblings. Then sometimes my dad is not home, work or the other wives. So it was just normal, like, it was normal. We didn't really see it as a thing because obviously while growing up, like, my dad made sure that, when you get to a certain age, you should be able to fend for yourself. Like, you understand? So it's like, we didn't really felt it like that. So, that's why it's even easy for me. Like, these days, like, I can survive by myself. To this day, I'm still always in my space, always by myself, trying to fight for things myself. So it has been like that since I was a child. Like, I have been that lone wolf from time being. So yeah.
And then I read, I think it was in your bio, or I must have read somewhere that, after music came, the next kind of opportunity that you had was kind of winning almost like a talent show.
Yeah, the Banj's
talent show. But before then, there must have been something that had led to that to ultimately say, listen, man, let's go do this talent competition. Let's put ourselves in this position.
Yeah, so honestly, it was online. It was not like we went for a talent show per se. It was
do your thing,
song.
put it online.
Yeah. So the band released the beats with his hook. Then I just jumped on it and I posted the video on Instagram, and I think he reposted on his page. So it was reposting a couple guys. Then one day he just posted his top 3, and I was among the top 3. So I think I came first or second, or so I can't really remember. So I was just I think that was where it started actually, because I was everywhere. Everyone was reposting. I think it was likes then. Yeah, it was likes. So I had like plenty, like 5,000, 10,000 likes. It was a thing then. So I think that was where he actually started from. That was the first time I felt like, okay, I'm seen, because So yeah.
You were one of the first artists, like you're saying now, that really took advantage of social media and benefited from what social media, the kind of visibility it could give someone trying to get a leg in those times. You mentioned Facebook, then obviously now Instagram.
Yeah.
And when you started having that viral moment where the likes of the band was posting you, which kind of other artists were posting some of your videos online that you were thinking, listen, this thing is moving now?
So big shout out to Badiosha and big shout out to Jaywon. I think they were
Jaywon.
Yeah, Jaywon. Jaywon even took me to one of his shows. They had an industry night and let me perform on the stage, even though I was a nobody then. Wow. So big shout out to Jaywon. He gave me the platform then. I was on stage performing with him. So it was a big
What's
deal
that
for me.
like as an artist that's just stepping into the game and getting an opportunity with an artist that's, had hit records, that's big in the game, experienced in the game, to just open their doors and put you on like that? What does that do for an unknown artist just trying to come up?
I mean, it gave me more motivation. Like, okay, if I can, because me and Jaywon was supposed to sign me actually. I think he sent me a contract at that time as well. So he was supposed to sign. So we had like a brother to brother relationship. So sometimes I'm in his house. So I mean, he gave me that. I mean, he just welcomed me like a brother, like a little brother. Then so he gave me that ginger to also more like whatever it is that I'm doing. Okay, be like say hope they there. I mean, for me to be sitting with Jaywon one-on-one. I mean, me opening for him at his shows and all of that. So it was a big deal for me, to be honest. So big shout out to him. Yeah.
Talking about being a rapper who rapped in Yoruba at the time, who were some of the rappers that kind of, after you made the switch, before you made the switch, that influenced a young Oladips?
A lot of Ajasa, Olamide, Reminisce, That Green, Seriki.
The whole coded tune.
Everybody.
Shout out Ivy Kabasa.
Shout out Ivy Kabasa.
Coded tune.
I say, like a lot of them, to be honest, yeah.
That's amazing, because at a point, even though like the indigenous rappers, Olamide and some of the names that you mentioned were making incredible strides, it also felt like in the industry as if there was also a challenge for the indigenous rappers.
Yeah.
A lot more doors were not opening as we think it should. Did you see that coming into the game, or you felt it being in the game?
I didn't get the question.
As in the indigenous rappers.
Yeah.
It felt like to some extent,
yeah,
the industry was also stifling a little bit. A lot of them were not getting the big accolades that they deserved and their talents deserved.
Yeah.
But did you see that coming into the music industry, or was it when you were in it that you realized that, it's a challenge being
I think it was when I was in it, because when I started, I was not doing music for fame or for money. The first time in the studio was because my guy said I can do it. Do you understand? So it was just fun from the beginning. So when it got real, I can actually take this as a profession, like as a career. So that was when I realized that, okay, now we have to tie our shokoto very well. Tie shokoto very well, because now it's a profession. Like, I mean, I've started making money from it. Like sometimes when I get a show, Sometimes I get paid like 5,000 naira, 7,000 naira. So it's like, okay. So this is something real. This is it's not joke anymore. This is what I wanted. I actually told my mom. I remember telling my mom that this is what I want to do because actually I'm the first artist, entertainer in my bloodline, in my generation. Nobody has ever done music before. So when I started, my parents were looking at me like
crazy,
like one lost child, like you are not serious. Do you understand? So I remember telling my mom that this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Yeah.
Was there ever an entertainer that came from where you came from, Agbado, or somewhere close by that we could point to and say he came from? You know, if he can make it, then maybe I can.
So we had Dresan, we had Scally Mentor, big shout out to him. We had the late Z-World and some other guys, yeah. So
and those were people that kind of gave you a little bit of inspiration.
Yeah, and it's funny that I don't even sing like them. But those are the people that we actually listen to in the hood because those are our big brothers and our superstars in the hood. But when I started, I was like the first rapper out of Agbado.
Wow.
Like I was the first guy. I was the first guy that did it. I don't know if there's any other person, but the guys that I knew then, they were
How
singing.
did the community, how did they feel about that? How did they support the movement? What was that energy like being the face of Agbado at that time?
So it's funny. I said it before. I was quite popular in the hood because I sabi playboy where I was popular. Then when the music started, it's like I had a football fan base, like people who loves me when I play football already. So when music started, I mean, I don't know. There's a way that my guys, first of all, accepted. I think my elder brother was the first person that supported me. Like, you dey try. So then my friends, and that was just how everybody accepted. I mean, me switching career because everybody used to call me Boma, Kinikon, the next kid.
You're going to Barcelona, Premier League.
I swear.
This is our guy.
I swear everybody believed that, this one, now a superstar footballer with this one. But, I mean, music came in and, you sabi rap. That was how, I feel like, the first time where I go blue now for my hood at our carnival, because I remember performing at our carnival and everybody was just everybody was rapping along with my lyrics and everything. I was like, okay, I no go stop. I'll make you people proud.
And then the next thing I'd hear about you was that you signed with Reminisce. Of course, shortly after that. Big hit record that I didn't even know it was you that had that record, to be honest with you, for a long time. And it seemed like everybody was playing that record. Yeah. I checked that record's date today. It was 2017.
Yeah. That was 2017.
God damn it. Whose beat was that? How did that record come about? What was it, man? Talk to me about that record, man.
Okay, so Lala Kukula was produced by SARS.
Wow. Yeah, SARS has a great relationship with Reminisce.
Yeah, exactly. Like
great relationship. I don't know. SARS Lori Beach. Yeah.
I swear, so I think like you said, they have like a brother to brother relationship. So it was both of them at the studio. I just came to the studio, I met them, and I think SARS was already playing the beat, and Reminisce said, let's work on this beat. So I think it was Reminisce that even said Lala Kukulala first. But it was not a lyrics, it just said the word. You just
dropped it?
Yeah, it was just vibing Lala Kukulala. Then I just grabbed it and created the lyrics and everything. And while I was recording, I didn't know it was my song. I thought it was, because I've never worked with SARS before. So I thought it was Reminisce song. Probably he wants to feature me on the song. So I did the hook and my verse, and I went home. So the second, the Reminisce called and said, that he has recorded the second verse, I should come to the studio. I went to the studio. Then I heard it, I was like, okay. But I was not feeling the song. I didn't like it. I was not feeling it because even while I was recording this, I didn't record Lala Kukulala as my song. I thought it was a feature. I was going to get a feature from Reminisce. So it was like, this is your next single. Ha! In my head, I'm thinking, no. But it's the boss. I can't say I don't like the song. But he knew that I didn't like it. It was like, this is your next song. this is your next song. And that was how it happened. We just released it, and before we know it, the song was everywhere. And it was him, basically. Like, I always give him that credit anytime. It was him that released that song. By fire, by force, this is your next song. So, yeah, big shout out to him.
Went.
Mm-hmm.
How did that hit record change Oladips' life and career? What did that do for you mentally? And what did it do for you, as a musician, business-wise?
Honestly, like you said, you know the song, but you don't know it was me.
Facts. I'll be honest with you, man.
It's like that with a lot of people, because it's like there is no face. It's like Kukulala is like this. The person that owns that song is like is here. So I mean, a lot happened on the record label, and I've said this story like a million times. And it's like the last interview that I was like, I don't want to talk about it, because by the time it gets online, people are like, Baba, move on, Jare, don't talk this story. Like, I mean, this is like 2017, 18. So
just find a way. What you can do is always just find a way to summarize.
Yeah.
And just move on.
Yeah.
But these are very important times in your life.
Yeah.
And in your career.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, especially people that are coming in contact with you for the first time, we're gonna want to know.
Yeah.
But that you said, of course, you moved on from the record label. So many things happened at the time, but still having a monster hit record like that in your catalog. That, you look at your top Apple record, it's still number 2 on there.
Well, I don't want it.
Okay.
I don't want it. The record, the label took all the songs from me, like all the songs that I
made there.
Yeah.
So it was a bad.
But I can perform it. But I mean, I don't.
But you don't.
I don't make nothing from. I didn't make nothing from it actually. To this day, I did not still make nothing from it. Yeah.
Obviously, that was a bad falling out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Has there been an opportunity just to try to sit at the table to kind of cool tempers a little bit, and it's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
So has there been an attempt to kind of cool tempers and maybe stretch out the olive branch?
Yeah, because I mean, I've reached out like a couple times, but to no avail. Like nobody is replying or responding to me. I reached out to him directly. I reached out to people that I know that they see him like every day, and I mean, I don't know. It's been years. Like you said, it's been years. Like, I don't know what's going on. But I've tried to reach out like a couple times, and still, nobody answered.
Yep. Yeah. Now, where fast forward, you had that hit record, Oladips. There's also a strong movement. You have a strong fan base. When did this fan base really have an identity, and how strong is it? Talk to me about your relationship with this fan base. When did it start, and how strong is that bond?
So Disciples are my life. They're more than family service. Like, without them, I don't think I'll still be here right now, because of the things that I've been through over the years. I feel like the only people that understand me are my core disciples, the people that have been listening to me before I even got signed or anything. Like, so that's why I call them my life. Is like, those are the only people that understands my point of view and my music. So yeah, but it started from way back. Actually, it started from, like, most of these disciples are not people that just started listening to me. These are people that have been following me for like a decade or more. So it's like, it would be hard for anybody to convince them that this guy is a useless guy or something. So it's like, we are family. We bond like that. Yeah, they believe. So it's for life. That's why it's called Disciples for Life. So it's for life. It's a for life thing.
That's amazing. Like I said during the interview, you hit the headlines a couple of times. 2 specific times that I'm sure must have like been stinging. One was speaking back when Wizkid said rap was dead. Now that one, at the time, hip-hop artists and hip-hop fans were giving you applause. Yeah, somebody stood up and was speaking back to Wizkid. Hip-hop is not dead, blah, 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 blah. Which I think you did. You dropped music, you went back. But it looked like you took that back or made an apology towards Wiz at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about that. What your initial response and the reason why you felt that you had to make an apology.
Okay. I didn't know when Wiz made the statement. I think it was a fan that tagged me and was like, Oladips, they said hip-hop is dead. Do you understand? And as a rapper, I feel like it's only right that someone come out and defend hip-hop, because obviously that's what I do. That is why do you understand? Like, that's why I represent. So that was the idea behind the reply that I did, because obviously it's hip-hop. Like, anything can happen at any time, and you have to, just like this Sarkodie recently. Even though I feel like a lot of people misunderstand what it was trying to say on the song.
Absolutely.
So, but at that time, I just wanted to reply as a rapper, like, Wiz, there's one rapper here, I bad. So that was the idea. But I didn't know it was going to go viral. Honestly, I didn't know it was going to go viral like that. I posted that video like 5 a.m. in the morning, and like 6 a.m., my phone was going crazy. Like, know they sleep. Like, so it was a lot of comments. People were dragging me and people were supporting me. It was just a moment for me. And in my head, I'm thinking, all these boss, man, go like that. I just dropped an EP. And I think Wizkid responded. Wiz was like, all these broke boys, blah, blah. Me, I just took that word, like, broke boy EP. So I just dropped broke boy EP on them. Like,
wrong with it.
No time.
When the big monster talks, you gonna take that. You run with that.
So when he said broke boy, I just took the broke boy and I did a 3 songs EP and I just dropped it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what was that like? What was the reception to the EP like? How did people? Did you see those streams? Did you see those?
Yeah,
numbers?
I did.
People wanna.
Yeah, I did, because I mean, compared to
what
my
you had before.
Compared to what I've released before, I mean, probably as at that time, that was like my biggest project as at that time, because of, the streams actually came in, to be honest.
Awesome.
To be honest, yeah.
That's dope. So why did you apologize
then? I think it was when my followers was reducing. I think I was at 1.1 million followers. Then my followers went back to 1 million. So in my mind, I'm thinking, share Instagram, they want me. I'll be like 100,000 people don't unfollow me. So I think people were reporting that post, that freestyle post. So first of all, I took the post down because people were reporting that particular post, and I think they were reporting my page as well. So I had to take the post down and do that, because I don't want to lose my page now at the end of the day. Because people that are supporting me, when it happens, when my page disappears now, it's not everybody that will post for me. I will post my new page and all of that. I didn't want to lose my 1 million followers now, so I have to use my common sense. Like, okay, Emma Binu and yes. No, so
okay.
And I noticed that immediately I took that post down, my followers went back to 1.1 million. So I don't think like 100,000 people unfollowed me. I think it was because people were reporting, that post in particular. That was why Instagram was like sending me that message, like, you have to do something about this post. So I had to take it down first. Then I had to post that apology video, because I don't want to lose my page. I better go.
Now fast forward to 2023. I think I was about to catch a flight somewhere, and the news had broke at the time that you had passed, and people were already saying, hey, this. A lot of people sending messages on social media, all of that stuff, because people thought that was real. And then maybe barely a couple days after, or within 24 hours, the fact that your EP had dropped, and instantly it felt like this was a stunt. So I was on a plane, I put a post up, I was like, yo, people using death as a gimmick to sell products now? And Zlatan FaceTimed me. I'll never forget. I was on the plane. Zlatan FaceTimed me. I was like, this is my brother. Bro, I swear to you, this guy, I haven't been able to speak to him. I haven't been able to speak to anybody in his team. That I swear to you, this post he's not trying to catch.
Chris.
As best as you can, summarize what happened. Because that was the image that has been left in the culture
Yeah.
that you try to fake death
Yeah.
for streams and numbers because we had just come from the whole mobile situation
Yeah.
where his numbers went through the roof.
Yeah. So before that time, before the news came, I was sick, but obviously I was at home taking medication and all of that. But that particular night, what I remembered was, I wasn't feeling really good. I think I posted on my story. My brother just came. I sent him to get me a drug, so I was making it because me. I'm always posting stuff. If I'm not posting, I'm putting it on my song. I'm always talking about my life and my journey in my music, or I will post something about it. So as at that point, I just wanted to post online. So I posted when he came, and I was like, take me to the hospital, blah blah blah. And that was the last thing that I remembered. That we were on our way to the hospital, and that was it. They said I was unconscious and I was not responding. They were using their hand to beat my chest and all of that. I was not responding. Then I think my brother now called my mom. Then my mom said, don't take my son to the hospital, because me and my mom were quite close. We talk about almost everything, including things that is happening in the industry. And obviously we talked about mobile as well.
Yeah.
So that period, I don't know what my mom was thinking, but my mom was like, don't take my son to the hospital. Just bring him home. So that was what happened. Then my brother, my personal assistant took me to my mom. And thankfully, honestly, I don't know what would have happened if they had taken me to the hospital, because this thing that happened, it was not even something that can be sorted in the hospital, because my mom did not take me to the hospital. I always say this every time. Now, Babala would they take me to? You understand? Like, it was spiritual. It like it was spiritual. I always say this, like, yo, bro, that is not something that I would want to joke with or prank. There was never a time that I posted or I tweeted and said it was a prank. Where the prank actually came from, I don't understand. Me, I was fighting for my life and people were dragging me online that I pranked or I did cruise or whatever. Like, how? Where did it come from?
I think because someone posted on your page acknowledging that or insinuating that you had passed.
Yeah, it was the first interview that I did when I came back. I was like, I take the blame for that, because obviously me, I don't have manager. I don't have a team per se. It's just me and my guys.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking, it's just me and my guys. So it's just one of them that had access to my phone that was posting nonsense, because they said, as at that time I was unconscious while they were taking me to the hospital. I was unconscious then. As at the time that they took me home to my mom, that they were not that he was not sure that I was still alive. So he just like went online and posted that I'm dead. So I always say is that, okay, I can take blame for that, but obviously I did not come online and say, it's a prank or anything. You
How
understand?
has that affected your career?
See, to be honest, me, I'm always focused on my disciples, like people that loves me and understand me genuinely. So I don't care about what any other person is saying, because me, I have told you my side of the story, that this is what happened. I always lost my life for real. I was revived in Ibile way. No be shere can be, no be whining, no be anything, no be prank. Whatever happened online, because I feel like it's easy to just follow one narrative online, immediately one blog post it, and 1, 2, 3 people are talking about it. Everybody will just follow without doing their own finding and all of that. Like, I almost lost my life for real. I would not prank anybody. I have my own family too now. If I say I want to prank people online, like, what about people that depend on me, like a whole family that I take care of? Am I pranking them too? Like, people would actually die if I die. Like, I have people that would die if I die. Like, I cannot prank I have a daughter as well. You understand? I cannot prank everybody like that now. No, it's not. It doesn't make any sense. And the prank did not come from me. It was from a video from 2 years ago.
Yeah,
that one boy posted. It was a challenge that I did. I released a song, okay? So I did a challenge. So one of the boys that won, I invited him to my house. So he came with his friend. So his friend was now making video. So that video is from 2 years ago. That boy that posted that I'm eating chicken and rice, that I will set ring light when that video is old, 2 years ago video. So I feel like
They
that
just-
was
they just
yeah.
brought
I
that
feel
in.
like that was the video that made people think it was a prank because a lot of people believed that video, and that video is 2 years. It was 2 years old video.
Albums out. Superhero Adubo 2023. You're here in the UK promoting. What's next for Oladips and what should people look forward to?
So right now I'm still promoting my album, but
Yeah.
at the same time because I've shot like
A couple
4 or
videos.
5 videos
Yeah.
since I came from the album. So and I just released the new song, one with Rexy, Tebotin,
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
the other one Bankuba. So I just released it. So yeah. So right now I'm just doing promotions. I'm trying to be in people's faces, people that feels like that boy will prank. No, I don't want to.
You don't
I don't want to
that
go.
perception.
Yeah, I don't want to go down like that. I feel like my talent is too precious. It's too special to end up that way. I'm too much of a great person. Like I'm beyond that. To be honest, I'm beyond. I don't want people to see me like that boy we faking. No. I want you to see me as the rapper, as the musician that I am, as the talented hip hop artist that I am. So yeah. So that's why I've been trying to just go from one city to the other. Then I'm just doing promotions right now.
Listen, man, it's been amazing finally getting to meet you, hear from you. You're a brilliant talent. I wish you nothing but the best.
Yes,
I
sir.
wish to see you at the top of the food chain. Your story has been around for quite some time.
Yes, sir.
You're still out here grinding,
Yes, sir.
and you must still be grinding.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen,